Good evening, guys and gals. I am your captain for this evening, and as ever, your master of games. Who would care to regale us a tale of the events past gone?
I think Polly, I'll start this time, since Maniac did last time. So, in last session, we are all spending some time in the inn, getting to know each other. It was Lucia, Celine, and then there was Klaus, and Sebastian. While we were there, we met with the captain of the guard, who introduced us to our new party member, Dorian, who immediately proved his worth by having an arm wrestling competition with a barbarian and crushing it with his overwhelming strength. The party made a bit of money thanks to Lucia hedging bets and Dorian's determination. We skip to the next day, where the party kind of meets up with the Baron's son. Just trying to remember that now. Poland, that's his name. Trying to remember, now that I've got that remembered. So the party met with the Baron's son, Poland, in order to help him rig, quote unquote, win the Festival of the Hunt. Party started off with killing some boars, and unfortunately, Kloss, the doctor, was fatally injured by a surprise boar, his tusk piercing into his spleen. We learnt that Poland has healing magic and also has a real knack for challenging things that are bigger than him, as right after healing him, he went and ran off to go fight a bear. Thankfully, he didn't get mauled by said bear as the party intervened, but he was now guiding us somewhere where parts of the forest start becoming alive. The party was warned about this when we were at the tavern in a sort of dream sequence, where time almost stopped and only the party could hear about something living in the woods that did not be disturbed.
In the woods or under the woods?
In the woods, not on top of the woods. I don't know on top of the woods.
Under.
Oh, under. I think it might be under, actually. Thank you for the correction.
I mean, you could be right. It could be in the woods.
I don't have the best memory. It was 2 weeks ago. I've been having a lot of stuff happening in this 2 weeks. But that's what I can recall to the best of my memory.
Amazing. So, we're here today. As we left off, you guys were indeed chasing Poland through the woods.
You know, I'm actually allergic to Poland.
You're allergic to Poland?
Yeah, that's why I hate spring.
Oh.
Oh. For goodness sakes, if you're going to make jokes like that, at least make it obvious what you mean.
Make them clever.
Yes,
bad jokes are the best kind of jokes. What are you talking about?
Welcome to our newest member as well.
Bless you!
Thank you.
Someone's a bit sicky today.
Yeah.
It's either that or it could be Poland.
See, that's how you do that joke.
Okay, but that joke wouldn't have worked unless it had the setup of my joke prior.
I don't know, it would have still worked. just on a more clever level, because you would have had to have been clever to realise what they were getting at.
Both super equally funny.
Thank you, Dorian.
Of course, yes. It was very funny and humorous. I'm literally laughing and crying as we speak.
Sarcasm is lost on you, isn't it, Maniac?
I am
I have
also
no
laughing
idea what you're
and
talking
crying,
about.
but I'm also sneezing at the same time.
So, and as ever, the characters that aren't here tonight, so obviously Klaus has left the campaign now, and Sebastian is with the party, but he's going to be in the background, not doing a whole lot.
Yeah, he's super sick. Go.
So, as we come in to today's session, as I said, you guys are chasing Pollen through the woods. What would you guys like to do? Because at this moment in time, he is just dashing and running and running and dashing.
I'm gonna continue to try and catch him.
It looks like the man is extremely fast.
Just gonna keep running after this kid, trying to get close enough to grab him.
Sure.
I'll attempt to help as well as I try to
Go tackle him.
Dorian, would you like to try and make me either an acrobatics or athletics check?
Can I give him
I'll
a
do
bardic
athletics.
inspiration?
You may.
Can
Yay!
I try to give them advantage as I'm trying to help them through me doing like a pincer maneuver, trying to block off Poland's exits?
It's not going to... yeah, they, as I say, they get advantage because you've done the help action.
I'll do one more unless that passes.
So, as
I do have advantage. Oh,
As-
fuck. Yeah, I'll take the 14.
Don't forget your d6.
He does need it. So,
Okay.
Polin, as you are... as Polin is running through the woods, Dorian, you kind of jump into Polin and you sort of tackle him over here. Zero, you having been in the woods for one reason and another, despite its dangers, suddenly see a young boy, freshly turned 18, with very, very effeminate features, clearly not very martially adept, suddenly gets struck down by this... You are human, aren't you, Dorian?
Yeah, Dorian's a human.
Yeah, you see him get struck down by this human figure who is very bulky, very muscular, and clearly very heavily armed. What would you like to do?
Kid, stop you moving!
Lucia is like cheering him on. Yeah, get him! Don't let him run away this time! Yeah!
Oh, there are so many things I can do. Oh boy.
You're gonna get yourself killed if you keep running off.
It's not
He
enough.
says,
I keep telling you, it's not going to be enough.
we're gonna get enough. You just gotta calm down.
Is Zero hidden away from the party at the moment? Like, can they not
Yeah,
see him?
they're more focused on Poland at the moment than you. And I imagine you'd like half be in the trees anyway, trying to stay outside of anything that wants to eat you.
Yeah, I'm not very tasty.
Poland, why don't you sit down and we can talk about this? You're not in your right mind. As I try to calm him down.
You suddenly hear, "What would you know about being in your right mind?"
Whoa. Kid, you okay? Down there? Not like choking you out or anything if you'd have a weird type of voice, am I?
sort of see his eyes flash to a pure black and then back to normal. Please, just let go.
If I let go, you're gonna go running off into the forest and die again.
I haven't died yet.
Well,
And
damn
it
near
doesn't-
nearly.
And just because you haven't died yet doesn't mean that this should be your first experience dying.
Just calm down. Just take a couple of deep breaths while you're sitting here on the floor. Just try and recenter yourself.
Sarah, are you doing anything at this point?
Zero is just watching and. I have a small knife. Can I throw one of the small knives at one of their feet?
Yes. Are you aiming for their feet or next to their feet?
Next to their feet.
Okay, can you make me an attack roll, please? Of a ranged weapon throw.
Yes.
So, on your character sheet under actions, you'll see where it says dagger and it's got a picture of a little bomb. You click the number 4 there, that's the throne.
Oh, there it is. Where was that? Ah, there it is.
No, it's right, you already got it underneath. So you
Oh.
have one set to melee and one set to throne. Do you see you've got 2 on your sheet?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's the bottom one. Double click the dice. So Zero, you pick up a dagger and you flick it down towards this little entourage of people as a dagger lands literally on the tip of your boot, Dorian.
Oh! Royan's gonna throw himself over the top of Poland, trying to protect him from any further kind of attacks. We're not exactly sure what's going on, but it seems like we're getting attacked from behind.
Oh no.
Oh no! Just the oh no!
Who's out there?
Zero, at this moment in time, can you make me a stealth check?
Yes.
So it's under skills, about halfway down, I think. Oh no, it's at the bottom.
Mm.
Second to last.
Use the foundry. Double clicking, correct?
Mm-hmm. Where it says +2.
Ah, okay.
Okay. I don't think anyone has passive above that or meeting that. Oh, no, Dorian
I
does.
do.
Yes, Dorian sees you. So Dorian, as you dive across the top of Poland, something catches the very corner of your eye. Zero, could you describe yourself as to what you look like at the moment?
So, Zero at this moment is wearing a simple black cloak. The only thing visible is their face, which looks... Have you ever seen those uncanny looking like porcelain dolls?
Yeah.
That's what their face kind of looks like. It is very unnaturally clean and put together.
You there, in the forest. Did you throw that dagger?
Zero kind of tilts their head to the side as they're just watching.
Fucking creepy. Dorian is going to try and stand up and slowly maneuver Poland back away from this new person in the forest. However, that may look.
Zero will speak in abyssal tongue if anyone can understand it.
What does she say?
Wow, you're not coming in light here, are you?
I don't know anyone here.
Key. I
That's fine.
understand the abyssal tongue. Rubs hands.
So, for a
The
bit of
only one
context,
that doesn't
out
understand
of-
Abyssal is me.
and me,
Oh.
I was gonna say, for out of context, before we had the other two players not here, the majority of the party spoke Abyssal. And Lucy is like, what's this secret language everyone speaks to each other?
It's German.
It's German, exactly.
Zero speaks in abyssal, asking, "What are you doing to this innocent child?"
Oh,
Poland
I
will
respond in a-
immediately whisper in Poland's ear, in Dorian's ear. I know that tongue. It's evil. She's evil.
Is she?
you're,
I mean, she did throw that dagger, so I'd assume she's probably not the greatest. Just stay back, okay?
Lucia points at Celine, you're evil!
yeah, I like to think I'm not evil. We're their employer, as I look over to Zero and respond in abyssal. They're our employer. We're supposed to protect him.
Zero responds in abyssal, going, "You're doing quite a bang-up job protecting him if you're tackling him to the ground."
He's acting funny, but not funny, haha, like a clown.
What the fuck is she saying?
Oh, I look over at the group and speak in common. She's asking why are we attacking this young child, and I said that he's acting weird, but not like a clown.
Dorian's gonna flare up a little bit in anger and look to this new person. Says the one who threw a dagger at him.
Zero snaps back in common, goes, "Says the one that just tackled someone to the ground, heavily armed."
You never had to deal with small children before?
No, I tend to stay out of their way, unlike you.
Well, then I see no reason for you to judge me.
I see every reason to judge.
Lucy is just gonna sit back and let the scene unfold in front of her, thinking how hilarious this is.
Listen, lady, I have no idea who the hell you even are, and you just threw a dagger at this kid I'm trying to protect.
I wasn't aiming for
Where
the
the fuck are you coming from with this high ground?
Poland points to the fact that the dagger is still poking out the end of your boot. I think the dagger was meant for you.
Dorian will look down. He's going to just, like, kick to have the dagger fly out of his boot, just off in some random direction. Like I said, even if it was towards me, still, throwing some sharp weaponry around a child is certainly a move.
It's also not very nice. Unless we're playing games, then it is pretty fun.
Bottom line here, you better start saying some answers before things get violent.
Zero kind of sighs and goes, "Well, for your information, I just kind of appeared here." Now,
Wait.
could you explain to yourselves why you're chasing a child through the woods and it's not a funny ha-ha situation?
Didn't she just say that we were protecting this kid? We're the employers? Or he's our employer? Dorian says, scratching his chin a little bit.
For all I know, you could be lying. And you're trying to hurt this
Why don't you ask the
innocent
fucking kid
child for
then?
money. Considering the fact the child is quivering underneath you says otherwise.
He's scared of you.
I'm not the one that tackled him.
Dorian's gonna crouch down. He's gonna roll his eyes. He's gonna turn to Poland. Hey there. You're not scared of me, are you? And if you are, do you want to go with the lady over there? Or the other one with horns? Which one do you like better?
Duh, my horns aren't showing. I'm wearing a hat.
Or the one with the hat over there?
Very frilly hat.
What exactly are you asking me to do?
This new person that we have seems to have some sort of moral high ground about the situation.
I mean, she has.
And I'm asking you,
She-
as our employer, to tell her that we mean you no harm.
But she does have a point though. She doesn't know you from Adam, and she could think that you are trying to coerce me into an answer, and so any answer that I give, she may still take as untruth.
Orange just kind of sits there blanked face for a moment.
So,
This is too many fucking words. Alright, Poland. If you want to explain the situation, then I'll leave you to it. I'll walk away. And I'll let go of Poland and walk back here. And I'm going to look to Zero. Clearly, no influence here now. Poland, speak your piece.
I'm just checking something quickly. Oh no, you don't. I'm just going to step forward a couple of steps, and he's going to approach Zero and say, "My name is Lord Polin. I am the Baron's son, and my father did indeed employ these people to protect me."
If I may ask, Poland, why were you running in the woods?
I don't think it's the best idea to ask that question. We'll see your time's in.
I was entered into the festival of the hunt, and I must complete it and at least achieve some kind of high level hunt in order to take my father's place. And this year is my last chance.
And are these... Zero kind of glances over at the group before glancing back at Poland. People helping you with such task?
Dorian is
So
mean-mugging
yes.
right now with some crossed arms.
Ronan sort of looks over his shoulder towards Dorian and quickly snaps his neck back round. Oh yes, they've been very helpful.
Why did the... Zero kind of looks over at Dorian. What does Dorian look like?
Dorian is about a 5'11" human male, dark brown, greenish eyes, messy brown hair, dressed in like this has like a chainmail shirt underneath over the top of like a big old leather jacket with some iron pauldrons and gloves. On his back, he has a big old greatsword strapped to his back. He's not as much bulky as he is kind of lean muscle.
Okay.
He looks like a fighter.
Why did this fighter tackle you to the ground?
Fighter.
He's just trying to protect me from myself.
And what were you going to do?
I was looking for something bigger than a bear.
For the hunt.
He nods.
I see. I would advise you leave the forest. It's not that safe. A bear should be plenty.
Well, you'd think it would be. Dorian says, uncrossing his arms, and he's going to kind of put him out to like a shrug gesture. We weren't actually able to gather anything from that thing over there. The bear, that is.
That is still
I mean,
there, and you can collect it on
it's
the
still-
way back.
Yeah, it's still there. We could just pick it up. I mean, I could.
I mean, for Dorian's knowledge, it could just been like stolen, you know, while they've been over here
Mm.
doing this shit.
It wasn't that long ago.
And
Right,
plus,
but people move fast.
True. True about that, but I don't think they would be hearing an entire commotion, or well, they would be able to hear an entire commotion from here.
Dorian will cross his arms again. Listen, clearly, Poland's a bit confused. He's obviously a young kid. We're just trying to help him out. And it seems like you're somewhat in the same boat. Do you want to join us, knife-throwing lady, assassin person?
Oh, what's your name, by the way, lady? I'm Celine.
Zero kind of bows slightly and goes, "My name is Zero."
Like a
Mhm.
number?
Yes, like the number.
Would you please join us? I would be most appreciative.
Of course. I would be honored.
Well, that is all settled. Nice to see that we're all nice, good old friends now.
I wouldn't go that far.
Ah, what you're talking about? Isn't that how a lot of people have scuffles and become friends these days? Or that's what I've read about in books, especially adventure tales.
You live a fantasy musician.
I'm not that much of a musician. More of into geological stuff.
Let's just secure the hunt and get out of here. I don't like this forest.
Yeah, it's spooky.
I agreed. I'm not that much of a nature person.
I am quite well versed in nature, and I just there's something going on here. It's not supposed to be happening.
Poland.
Yes.
So, whenever we were trying to chase you, I think your clothes might have got messed up a little bit. We gotta take you to a tailor whenever we get back to town. We can get your clothes fixed up for you.
That's fine.
Okay. Come on, let's go.
Before Poland scurries off with the rest of them, I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder real quick. Not like hard, but just like getting his attention.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we don't know what this lady's about quite yet, so just be careful, alright, kid? I don't want to see you get hurt.
I understand.
Good man.
And Dorian will give him like two, you know, firm shoulder pats on each side, and then push him off to go run off with the other two. He's gonna trail, Dorian will trail behind them.
Okay. So as you start heading back, You head back through the winding forest, the trees, and everything else. And you sort of collect the bear meat, the boar meat, and all this sort of stuff on the way back. And as you come to the exit of the hunting grounds, where you can see the barrier between the village and the forest itself, could you all please make me either an acrobatics or athletics check, please?
Oh,
Acrobatics or athletics?
All of you, please.
Okay. By the way, Mr. DM, I forgot in between sessions to ask you. I need a spell added to my list.
That's fine. DM it to me. I'll sort it.
Yeah, no problem. There we go. And I'll just roll my acrobatics.
How do I select what spells are prepared for me?
Who's asking?
Maniac.
Maniac. Celine, I believe. So you go to your actions. Go to where it says mode, preparation, and you can select which ones are prepared. If you go down to spells paladin, you see the tick list on the left hand side.
Thank you.
No worries. So Lucia and Zero, you both fail. Celine and Dorian, you both succeed.
Yippee!
As you get to the exit of the hunting grounds, you once again see the vines, but this time they are not just going across the ground, they are closing the gap, they are physically shutting you into the forest. As Celine and Dorian manage to sort of dart themselves out of the woods, these vines prevent Lucia, Zero, and Polin from leaving.
Shit, kid.
As you look around, you guys see, not too far away from the exit, a body lying on the ground.
Oh no.
And he seems to be holding a letter.
Lucia doesn't really seem that phased of being held in place by the roots.
No.
Nothing's holding you in place, you are just stopped from leaving the forest.
Oh.
These vines stretch up about 50 odd feet.
It's straight up?
Straight up.
Well, I did say I never really liked nature anyways. Shall I pull a tinderbox and burn these roots away?
Fire spreads quickly in the forest. I wouldn't do anything quite so hasty.
We could just lie and say it was someone else's doing, right?
I have a solution, though. Can you guys keep a secret?
Sure.
For price I can.
Well, your price is your escape.
You make
I'm
a fair
just trying to
point.
make sure this kid's okay.
Yeah.
Are you all just ignoring the body on the ground with the letter? Just some.
Just for now, because we need to get out of here first, and then we'll take.
Dorian's pretty preoccupied with making sure the safety of his.
I mean, Dorian and
Fucking-
Celine are on the other side of the forest. So you guys are in the village. In the village. boundary.
Okay. You're towards the village side, whereas the letter is on our side. Gotcha.
Yeah. So Lucia, Zero, and Polin, you're all stuck in the forest.
Yeah, Dorian's trying to get the kid out of the forest.
Yep.
How
I
long
guess I'll
would it
just.
take?
Zero would like
No.
to actually go inspect the body.
How long would it take for me to take off my armor?
Can you make me a perception check? To take off your armor, what armor is it?
It's chain.
Then about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Chain takes quite a while to get off. On a 20, you see a very familiar symbol throughout this realm in particular. It is the emblem of the king, which is a simple rook on a bronze plate attached to the guy's cloak.
By the way, DM, actually, it's 5 minutes to remove heavy armor.
Oh, is it 5 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes to equip heavy armor.
Ah, there we go. So, yeah, Zero. You find this pin, and the letter he has is addressed to Lord Vermont, who you would know is the Baron of Foragon.
Can Zero read this letter?
Sorry?
Well, there.
You were going to read the letter, did you say?
That would be nice, yes.
Okay.
Lucia steps forward. Whoa there. I'm no kleptomaniac, but I don't think this letter was for our eyes. And I assume, and especially because we're working for the Baron, I don't think he'd be happy knowing that we're going through his personal mail.
It is you that is working for the Lord of this land, not I. I was not hired to do so.
She has a point.
You do have a point right there.
It reads...
Alright, how about I trade you for the letter?
What
Hold on.
could you possibly have that would interest me? Bard.
Well, I'm not really that much of a bard, believe it or not. As I said, I'm more specialized in jewelry and expressive iteration fluid that way. But, what can I offer? What can I offer you, may I ask? Lucia kind of just ponders her mind for a bit. Well, I do have a bit of payment coming up from the Baron. Maybe I can slide it a bit your way, right? If you're for not opening it, like a good job well done.
Zero looks straight into Lucia's eyes and opens the letter.
Love it. The letter
Gosh,
reads...
this is gonna be needing explaining too.
The letter reads, Lord Vermont III, I write to you with utmost urgency and concern regarding the upcoming hunt organised by your esteemed self. I have recently received crucial information directly from King Tyrannus II necessitating the immediate cancellation of the hunt within the forests under your jurisdiction. It seems that something mysterious and potentially dangerous is unfolding in the depths of these forests. King Tyrannus II, in his wisdom and foresight, has expressed grave concerns about the safety of the participants and the potential consequences that may arise from proceeding with the hunt at this time. While I regret to inform you that the specifics of the unfolding events remain undisclosed, the gravity of the situation demands swift and decisive action. The King's message emphasizes the need to prioritize the safety and well-being of all those involved, which undoubtedly includes the noble participants, loyal subjects, and even the surrounding communities. I implore you as the appointed authority over the hunt to exercise prudence and heed this urgent warning. I understand the significance of this event and the traditions it upholds, but the potential risks outweigh any perceived benefits. I kindly request that you immediately cancel the hunt and take necessary precautions to ensure the safety of all individuals associated with the event. Additionally, it would be prudent to conduct a thorough investigation into the mysterious circumstances within the forests to ascertain the nature and extent of the threat. Please communicate this urgent matter to all relevant parties involved and extend my sincerest apologies for any inconvenience caused. I trust in your wisdom and leadership to make the right decision for the welfare of all. Thank you for your immediate attention to this matter. May your actions reflect the nobility and concern befitting your esteemed positions. Yours faithfully, Lord Barnabas, Royal Vizier.
Zero kind of looks at the sea and goes, I seem this deemed worthy to open, considering the fact the hunt was supposed to be cancelled in order of the king.
It's not our place to question that business. I'm not even from here. So, it doesn't really put me, it doesn't really interest me what happens to the people here that much. I was just here for a job and that's it.
As you're reading over this letter and you two are having this conversation, you haven't noticed what was happening behind you. Polin, in a state of pure panic, has started to transform.
Oh, he's a werewolf.
Huh?
Does it sound like he's like screaming or like making
He's
noise
not
or anything?
screaming, he is very silently transforming.
No, he's a werewolf.
You look over your shoulders and you see this otherwise innocent, very effeminate looking boy transforming. His hands become elongated, very pale, with dark long nails. His legs seem to shorten slightly but bulk out massively, and you see a pair of giant leathery wings sprout from his back.
Oh my.
I will save us from this god-forsaken place. As he grabs both you, Louisa, and Zero by the back and lifts you over this wall of vines. And as he comes down the other side, places you guys down gently but crashes himself, reverting back to his normal form.
Dorian's gonna go run over and try and check the status of the kid.
He's weak but alive.
Yeah.
Lucia kind of puts her arms on both sides. Oh, aren't you checking me too? We both got hurt up there. On the other side.
I was gonna do that. Are you okay, Lucia?
I'm somewhat fine, just shaken up. It seems like the
Okay.
boy has talents beyond us.
I'll pick up the boy like a sack of potatoes and put him over my shoulder.
Yeah, we gotta get back to his dad.
I will just say you guys did manage to pull the hunt out with you as well.
Gotcha.
We pulled out what?
The hunt. So you pulled out the black bear and the 2 boars that you killed.
Oh, okay.
Which is considerable weight. It's about £250 of food. If
I
not
could
more.
probably carry it. Smile.
Oh no,
I'll
you
have
could
to look
carry
at
it
the-
between you easily. Like, worst case scenario, you carve the meat up. But yeah, so you guys start heading over towards the Baron's mansion with the boy and the hunt. And that is where we shall take a short reprieve. Do not go anywhere.
Wait.
If you are viewing us on the stream, we will be back in about 5-10 minutes. To my players, this is your opportunity to have a bio break and make a drink and grab some snacks if you so desire. We will be back in uno momento.
No problem. Oh, don't forget about the spell.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So we are back for part 2 of tonight's session, and you were just heading over to the Baron's mansion. You head outside his doors. I assume you knock.
Mm-hmm.
So as
I'll
you
knock on the door.
As you knock on the door, Lord Vermont comes to the door, the Baron, in his white veil and white silken clothes. My
Oh wait, is
lord.
Zero following us?
I would assume so. Are you following them, Zero?
Yeah. I'm just trailing behind.
Sure.
I feel a bit creeped out. We have a stalker behind us.
And he goes, my dear boy, what on earth happened to you? Come on in.
I assume he's still over the top of my shoulder right now, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He took some injuries in combat with some wildlife.
He fought very bravely and charged headfirst to fight a bear.
Yeah, and then he got the bear.
That is very good news, and that is the story you shall keep to.
Where do you want us to put the bear?
Deliver it to the market, give them this letter. And he
Oh,
hands you a
okay.
letter of marque from the Baron.
Lucia will take the letter. What was our agreed upon payment again, Baron?
I believe I agreed 100 gold pieces for each of you.
Well, I hope we can agree on a little bit of a higher price, considering there's some information that you left out. And we faced a bit more complications than just
And
animals.
what information would I have left out exactly?
That the Down Forest was enchanted by a magic and
It is-
killed one of your messengers.
It is well known that the forest is dangerous.
There's also, I guess they call it hush money, about Poland's, unique constitution.
Are you trying to
Very
Are
unique
you trying to
constitution.
blackmail the Lord?
No.
Dorian will shrug.
No, just hoping for some extra compensation.
Yeah, 'cause
Considering he
considering
went.
his-
Let
yeah.
me speak, please. So,
Oh,
considering he went berserk and attacked all of us.
yeah.
Make me a deception check.
Dorian will take the kid off of his shoulder and like Bri will carry the kid.
Hi.
It is incredibly unlikely that my son would strike at any of you, even in his worst condition.
Well, that's all I can say then. Unfortunately,
But do not worry, your
Oh, and also we do have a casualty, so I guess his share of the gold is probably going to have to be divided.
Yes, perhaps. Bear with me just a second, would you?
No problem.
Do you want me to go drop off this bear right now, or wait until you get back then?
Oh, you can wait right here, please.
Oh, okay. I set down the bear because I realized my carrying capacity for dragging is 540.
Ah, you're fine. As I said, you could split it between you both together. There are many ways of carrying it.
Mm-hmm.
A few moments later, you guys see a familiar figure standing in the doorway behind you. At a hulking 8 foot tall with biceps the size of a normal man's thigh, covered very heavily in armour.
Hi. How you doing?
I am doing fine, although the Baron did send me a distress message. It
You,
seems that you have
Nice to meet you
been-
again, Mr. Captain Axel.
That is correct. It would
Yeah,
seem that
there-
you have been trying to blackmail the Lord.
No, no. Blackmail, no. It's just that we had some unforeseen complications. That's all.
You
Compensate.
see
You know,
a
compensation
handful of
happens.
guards behind him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't get feisty over here. I'm not trying to blackmail anyone. Honest.
Dorian is going to step forward and present the kid to the guard captain. I'm not trying to get involved with whatever sort of blackmail's going on here. I just wanted to make sure the kid's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a persuasion
Trust
check,
me.
Dorian.
I'm not really trying to persuade him, but I get what you mean.
You're trying to sort of... You haven't technically done anything wrong, and you're trying to put that point across to the captain.
Yeah. 'Cause, I definitely won't do very well at this. You know what? That isn't horrible.
No. Captain Axel recognizes you as a fellow soldier and man at arms. You may go. Your friends over there, however, they will be coming with me. As he looks towards Celine and Celine and Lucia.
Whoa, what have I done wrong? I've not and didn't even say anything about blackmail. We all got demons that hide in our closet. I wasn't gonna threaten to expose that. And I'd
Right.
rather
He
not
is
cause commotion.
Not listening.
Dorian will walk past and pat you on the shoulder, Lucia.
Good luck.
What do you mean, good luck?
Both
Oh,
of you
God.
are placed in very heavy iron shackles.
Ah,
And you are led to the guardhouse. It is very hard for Captain Axel to arrest anyone for anything in this village. But you two seem to have managed it, so congratulations on being the first.
Zero's just standing in the background watching all this happen, not saying a word.
Dorian's gonna walk up.
Up to you and hit you with a mean shrug.
Shit happens, I guess.
So yeah.
Yes, I guess.
Lucia and Celine, you are led down to the guardhouse, which on this map, so sorry, I forgot to share this with you guys. So that is obviously the scenic view of Oregon and the little town map. And you two have been led down to the guardhouse, which is down here in the south of the village. As you enter in, you are booked in by a dwarven guard who takes note of your name, your inventories, and everything else. All of which is stripped weapons, armor, and anything else that could be used as a weapon is stripped and put into a holding chest. And you are both led into a small cell.
Lucia says,
shit.
at least I still have my arm under her breath.
They're gonna take that too.
No!
I was gonna say, oh fuck, she lost her arm.
Do you actually say that, Celine?
No. Don't say anything, Celine.
Do you say at least I have my arm out loud?
No, right out loud.
Then they won't say it.
Sure. So you guys are put into the cell.
Well,
Lucia
I
says,
believe you got us arrested, Lucia.
it's not my fault they overreacted. I was just trying to look out and get us some extra coin. What was wrong with that?
I don't know.
Exactly. At least it would have made this trip to Backwater City worth it for me. Oh my gosh. It's, how can I say? So much less from where I come from.
I mean, you kind of offended a noble. I hope you don't get executed.
I hope not either. But on the other hand, gosh, my family is going to scold me heavily for bringing dishonor to their name.
Mm. Though, I'm a bit of a chatterbox when it comes to cooperating with police. So so catch me if I'm about to say something I shouldn't.
How would you propose I do that?
You
It's not
look
like I
over at
can
me.
speak psychically at ya.
You look over at me, and you can do like a gesture, be like, "Be quiet," or something like that. I don't know. Cause like, you know, I was always told, the more you tell the police, the less your sentence is gonna be by the people who I've been with.
Sounds like you've been arrested before.
No, but I know people who
Arson,
have.
most likely?
People I know have been arrested for arson.
Damn.
Are you talking IRL or are you talking?
no,
game.
no. We have not been arrested in real life, actually.
IRL, it's the complete opposite thing. Don't talk to the police at all. Never trust the police.
Hmm.
Wait until you're proven.
yeah. Invoke the fifth and only speak to your lawyer.
So, whilst you two
Anything
are
and
in the
all
cell
used against you.
having this conversation in very close quarters to the guardhouse officer, Zero and Dorian, the Lord thanks you both for assistance, however brief, and will give you each 100 gold, and 100 gold for Sebastian as well, obviously.
Nice.
Nice.
I do apologise for the way I had to treat your friends, but their threats were unbecoming.
Well, they aren't exactly friends, I would say, more like acquaintances that I met along the way. But it's understandable. They were trying to blackmail, I think the word was you used.
Extort.
Yeah, that.
Indeed. But I do trust you will join us for the celebration tomorrow. Thanks to your
There's a
efforts,
celebration?
Thanks to your efforts, my son will be officially coronated as Baron tomorrow.
Speaking of which, my lord, and Zero kind of pulls the letter out from underneath her cloak. It was a letter I came across. Unfortunately, I had to open it to see who it was addressed to. I'm not familiar with these lands.
He takes the letter. I thank you for delivering it. And he looks it over and you just sort of see his eyes go slightly wide. I hadn't received the message. This should have been with us 3 days ago. Before the hunt even begun.
The person that was carrying it, unfortunately, has passed.
Dorian will look to the both of them.
Did I miss something here?
When the wall of vines separated us, I discovered a body carrying the letter. The letter states that the hunt should have been cancelled as the forest is dangerous.
Oh. I see.
Did you have time
That's not
to
good.
investigate the body of the man? Find out why he died, what killed him?
Unfortunately, I did not, as by the time I was going to investigate, unfortunately, I was carried off the other side of the wall of vines by your son. Or what looked like to be your son.
It was him. His condition has been gradually worsening. I've, for many years, managed to keep it contained, but it seems that things are becoming far, far worse than I ever feared.
What? And I know this may not be my place. Is the condition? I've never seen anything like that.
As far as I am aware and as far as I know, my son is tormented. There is two sides to him. Doctors and physicians have called it a personality disorder, almost. It's like something else or someone else is inside him at certain times. They said that Quicksilver should, for the most part, subdue his tendencies. For the most part.
I see. If, I'm not the greatest with medicine, but I do know how to do things. I'm primarily a hunter. If, there's anything that you might need to help assist the boy's condition, I'll, be in town for a bit longer.
Unfortunately, I have had the best physicians in the land look at him, and there is nothing they can do.
Damn.
You hear on the stairs as you sort of look up to the easterly wall, and you see the young Helga, his younger sister, standing on the stairs. As she looks down at Polin in his condition. Oh, goody, is he gonna die, Daddy? Helga.
Dorian will immediately, like, stern brow, look towards this kid. He's not gonna say anything, but he is deeply off-put by this reaction.
Helga, go to your room, play with your dolls. Now is not the time. Okay, Daddy. As she wanders back off to her room. Now Helga
she's
has
adorable.
the appearance. She is a younger girl, but she appears to be about 15 years old. And she is always seen carrying at least one porcelain doll around with her.
Your, daughter seems, interesting.
It's just a phase. All siblings have rivalries. Noble siblings are even worse.
He'll look down into his necklace and sort of rub it between his fingers.
I can't say that for every similarity.
But
Right. I suppose most do.
You have your payment, and I thank you for your assistance.
Of course.
I will also leave it up to you to decide what to do with your acquaintances, as you call them. Here. And he sits down and sets out 2 pieces of parchment and puts his signature to them and seals them with a stamp. You do not know what they say. But he seals them and passes them to you, saying nothing else.
Dorian's not very socially inept, so he's gonna just not really understand what this gesture was. But we'll still pocket the letter nonetheless.
Now, if you don't mind, I must go and see to my son.
Right. Make sure he's okay.
Dorian will then turn to Zero as the guy's walking away, I'm guessing, right?
Yep. You are like
So,
inside the lobby of his manor.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you from around here?
Zero kind of looks at Dorian and shakes their head. No, I'm quite far from home.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing for me. You ever hear the village called Dunsmouth?
Zero shakes their head again. Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, I'd figure it's a bit of a smaller village. A lot of hunting around there.
It must be nice if
Yeah.
you speak so highly.
It's kind of just like looking around, like scratching the back of his head, looking for like conversation topics.
Yeah, it's a nice place. I grew up there. Uh, well,
Bless you.
I'm
Bless you.
going to head to the inn nearby, see if I can get myself a room. I don't know if you want to come with me or not, but
You know
I
you
could
have
use
you know
company.
you have a room at the Creaky Keg because it was all prepaid for you by the Baron.
Oh yeah. I got a room back at the inn over here. I could probably talk to him if you want to set up a room as well.
That would be nice if I could join you.
Right. I'm Dorian Ironmaw, by the way.
Zero access, and I apologize for the dagger incident.
Oh, it's fine.
He says, kind of scratching the back of his head, looking a little sheepishly.
Sorry I kicked it off into the forest.
Daggers can be replaced. I have other means of defending myself. Don't worry.
Right. Well, I suppose we should get going then?
So
I suppose.
as you guys with Sebastian enter into the Creaky Keg, you get greeted with a, "Oh, hello dear. How you doing? I see you're a few short. Is everything all right?"
The other two got into a bit of a problem. They said some things they shouldn't have, but
I'm sorry.
we're
to
gonna go
hear
see them
that.
later. It's alright. Speaking of people I have with me, this, fine, lady is, looking for a room here, and I was wondering if, I could work out some sort of deal like I got for her.
You just need a room for the afternoon, do you, dears? That's okay. I can arrange that.
Thank you. I'll be sure to, pay whatever is needed.
Oh, you're okay, dear. It'll be on the house. You're a good kid.
He'll kind of like blush a little bit, kind of adjust his jacket around him.
Oh, thanks.
Zero will kind of chuckle and go, "The town hero, are you?"
Well, I, wouldn't say that. I just, I do things every now and then. Help where I can.
Ah. Again, the town hero, sounds like.
Yeah, maybe, I guess. I mean, I don't know. We should get a table and get some, food or something.
Yes, it's been a while since I've eaten.
Can I just say this sounds like a really awkward first date?
I know, right?
That's Dorian has
Yo, we got romance happening already. Crazy, crazy.
Dorian's
Single.
not very
They're ready to mingle.
he's just a guy.
So, you, back in the guardhouse, the pair of you see Captain Axel walk into the building, and he walks over to your cell, and he sort of half sits down and leans his back towards your cell and talks to you over his shoulder.
Lucia is kind of leaning, oh well, not leaning, she's kind of like laying in her cell bed, just looking upwards.
I do not. Sorry, go on.
Celine is doing something similar, but she is instead of just laying down normally, she's like upside down.
I am sure neither of you truly meant to try and cause stress upon the Lord's privacy.
That is correct. Look, I come from a family of merchants, right? Negotiating and trying to get a better deal is always something that they have to work on.
I'm completely innocent. I was caught in the crossfire.
See, I would be inclined to agree with you both. However, the Baron's word is the law of this land.
So what, are we gonna be subject to public execution or something? If so, I want to be burned I want to be on the pyre.
You won't be executed, don't be so barbaric. More than likely you'll just be incarcerated for a few months. If the Baron is feeling generous.
I can't be here for a few months. I certainly got, let's say, investors that don't want me here in a few months.
Well, then maybe you should think about that before you go spouting your mouth off to a lord.
It's not my fault that you misinterpreted what I said.
I don't believe there was any misinterpretation.
You really think I would threaten someone?
Even an implied threat is a threat nonetheless.
It wasn't even implied. It was just me wanting to get just to negotiate for the rest of my fellow men.
Maybe
I assume you would want that too if you were thrown into danger. Wouldn't you want to be rewarded a bit more if you came under unknown circumstances? I'd say I was justified.
I have been rewarded by more than enough from the Lord.
Are we still getting paid?
I think you are a bit beyond getting paid. The Lord Baron is a very kind, gentle, and generous man, with a lot of troubles in his life. What you two have inadvertently done is made yourself appear as the enemies to the Baron. And the Baron does not take too kindly to people threatening his family's security, which is why he had to ensure his son of winning the hunt this year. And it is about 3 hours until sundown.
I'm only in here by a choice. I wouldn't want to sully my name further. If I really wanted to, I could have got out of here. But I'm doing it out of the respect of your lord and you.
And how exactly would you believe that you could get out of this cell?
A good magician never reveals their secret. But please,
Believe you me, the Baron has taken every precaution and spared no expense on these cells. The village may be small, but we are certainly not poor.
You may have taken my spell focus, but there are other ways. I'm not saying I'm a thief,
Neither am I.
but in saying that, I believe sticking true to my words.
Oh,
You see, the Lord Baron is not unfamiliar with things of an unnatural nature, let's say. And you see him call over, and he says, Officer Foreman, can you take leave 5 minutes, please? And you see this half-elf lady who would have taken over earlier in the day stand up and walk out of the guardhouse willingly, and you hear the door shut and lock. Captain Axel stops, stands, and turns around slowly as he removes his helmet. Underneath his helmet, you see the face of a tiger. More specifically, a were-tiger.
Here, I thought you were going to be a Rakshasa.
ooh. Here, I thought you were gonna be like me.
You see, the Lord Baron gave me sanctuary in his village. The Lord Baron gave me protection and secrecy. The Lord Baron gave me hours that can work around my condition. You have insulted one of the few truly noble men.
Damn!
So,
Well, it's
And
nice
you
knowing
continue
you
to
two.
do so in my presence.
if you don't mind me asking, how many of you guys are like that?
I am the only one that I know of that is this form.
So you're born with this condition?
Are you like a tabaxi?
He puts his helmet back on. I think I will leave you to stew for a few hours. I'll make sure my guardsmen spare no effort bringing you food and drink.
Oh, thank you. Oh. You said you're the only one that you know of. Do you mean like as a tiger or like, you know?
He stops responding to you as he walks out, and you see the female half-elf guard come back in, Officer Foreman, and she steps down to the back of the prison for a couple of moments. And as she comes up, she brings up some very crusty, mouldy looking bread and
Gross.
water that has clearly just been scraped off of the pavement.
I refuse to eat
Delicious.
something as filthy as this. This is an insult to where I come from.
It might be an insult, but it was the captain's specific orders to spare no effort.
Shall I pay to get me something finer?
Are you trying to bribe a guard on top of being in here for blackmail?
You're being silly.
I just wish I just wish that I purchased a finer meal. That's all.
You will get what you are given. Besides the fact you have no gold.
Well, technically, it's just part. It's just locked up or wherever it's held.
Well, technically it might go
Unless I
whereabouts. Should I turn my back for more than 5 minutes? Watch your tongue, I would, whilst you're at that side of the cell.
I don't
Pardon?
know why I'm getting treated like this. I didn't do anything.
turns away and goes and sits back at her desk. Can I just say, you two are doing a cracking job at pissing off the guards now.
I didn't do anything though. That was all. That was all Lucia.
I'm trying my best to negotiate.
Lucia.
I am having a nice dinner date upstairs.
They're just trying to figure around to Dorian and Zero. So Dorian and Zero, we come back to you and your dinner date.
What did we get for like food?
Yeah, you'd have probably got some, like... So, obviously, the last couple of nights has been quite scant on meat and things. But they bring you, like, a nice some nice, like, veal steaks, some nice boar steaks, a nice homemade veggie stew.
It's been a while since I had a meal like this.
Dorian will look up from his meal. He was like pretty busy examining like the grain, you know, the amount of fat, the leanness of the meat. Cause he's pretty used to like skinning animals and dishing them up himself.
Oh, yeah, it's a local delicacy around here. We actually hunted some boars in the forest over there, as well as a bear, as you saw.
It's a local delicacy?
I think that's the right word. It's
Interesting.
like a local thing. Boars are pretty wild and around in the forest nearby here.
Zero's just kind of like Zero hasn't really taken a bite of the food. They're just picking at it. They're just playing with it. Like they don't know what to do with it exactly.
Do you eat meat?
It's complicated. This is new. Weird and strange and all at the same time.
Right. Okay. Well,
And you'll see Dorian kind of like stab his fork into the meat. He's gonna pick it up and just take one giant bite out of it and then set it back down on the plate.
well, it's really simple. You just kind of like bite into it, and then after you chew it up a little bit,
And he'll swallow.
you just kind of eat it, you know?
Zero will mumble something in Abyss along the lines of humans are strange before following Dorian's example.
So,
Do I see what you look like while you're trying to bite into this? More features than just your
yeah.
face, basically?
From what you can tell, because Zero is still wearing the cloak, you can basically kind of see their neck. You can slightly tell that it looks a little off coloring, like black.
Yeah, I think that's how you do it. You seem to picked up pretty fast.
One must pick up skills quickly in order to survive.
Dorian will chuckle a little bit.
You could say that again. The amount of times my dad would fucking tell me that I have to do this or do that in order to actually Sorry. Yeah. Learning fast is pretty useful. My dad and mom would always hound on me about certain things.
You had a mother and a father.
Yeah, they're I guess to get into specifics, adoptive parents. My dad was a dwarf, and my mom was a what you would call a tiefling.
You are quite fortunate to have parents. They seem lovely.
Yeah, they were, and they're still doing fine. They're not like dead or anything, but I just had to strike out on my own. My dad always called it striking while the iron was hot.
So,
But
as you say that, Baylor, this for Zero's benefit, Baylor is a gnome who is very, very eccentric, very flamboyant. Tends to be sparking little bright colours around him here, there, and everywhere. And he goes, "Oh, hi Dorian. Hi. Got a letter for you." And he hands you a piece of paper that is scrunched up like he has screwed it into a ball.
oh, thanks. I'll pick up the letter and begin to uncrumple it.
I sent it to your DMs.
Oh, well, Dorian's gonna think for a second if this is like supposed to, was it, the little halfling direct this at me, or is he, huh?
Is everything all right, Dorian?
Oh, yeah, and he's gonna like clear his throat and kind of like air out his shirt a little bit. Speaking of delicacies, you look like a pretty good, delicacy to me.
Man, if only
His
I
face
could
is
flirt just like Dorian.
He's his face is, like completely flushed with red. He's like looking down at the letter, looking back up at you, like just kind of sitting there.
Zero just kind of looks back as their face kind of slowly gets more and more red. And goes, okay.
Yeah, it was just, it just came to mind. I mean, you're very pretty. That cloak, compliments your face really well.
Thank you. Dorian?
Yeah.
I mean, you look fine yourself.
Oh, I'm pretty active. I do things. Maybe it's maybe it's I think your room might be ready. It's getting kind of late too. He's gonna do a very over-exaggerated yawn. Oh yeah, I'm getting pretty tired myself. Jeez,
Ah.
I'm like practically falling
Right.
asleep.
Right. I forgot. Mortal bodies need sleep. Right.
Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Of course, Dorian. Thank you for setting up my room. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Catch you later, alligator.
Uh,
He says with some very nervous finger guns and is going to like slowly back away and then accidentally run to a chair
Oh fuck.
and then continue his way back up the stairs.
Zero is still sitting at the table, kind of just wondering what the hell just happened.
So whilst Zero starts pondering life, you you flash back to Celine and Lucia.
Mhm.
What are you guys doing?
Well,
What can we do? That's the better question.
I'll look over to Lucia as I say, "So, Lucia, you said you're a merchant? What's that like?"
I come from a merchant family. I haven't actually sold or bought anything. They're into jewelry.
Ooh,
Unfortunately, I had an investor that persuaded me to come here. Didn't come here of my
Oh.
own volition. I'm not sure what business they had with this town. But I have to follow their orders.
hope it's nothing malicious.
I hope so too.
Well, I'm an open
You
book.
took a moment to think before saying that.
We got the rest of the time while we're here. Anything you want to ask me?
So, are those crystals on your back, right?
Oh.
Are they, natural? Like, or are they decorative? Do they come
know-
off?
These are actually my wings. I was gonna show them earlier, but you know, the whole thing with Poland and not really that he did anymore. But yeah, I'm surprised that like, cause my mom always told me that like I shouldn't show people like, you know, she takes off her little hat.
I mean, if anyone saw your back, they'd probably go like, "Ooh, shiny, worth hundreds of gold," and then try to wrestle it from your back. That's why I asked, because I don't know if they're like biologically attached to you, or are they just hanging there, you know, like a tree, like fruits off a tree.
Nah, it's a part of my demonic constitution.
Demonic consultation. I mean, I'm not that surprised that demons and such out here. Just saw Weretagen just now, so to be honest, anything in here can happen from home. All I mainly know is just humans, elves, and what other humanoids come along these parts. I'm not familiar with other races too much because I don't really get out that often. In fact, this was my first big expedition.
Oh really?
Yeah. I'm now just trying to think of a way to spin it to my siblings, saying, "Yeah, no, I was heroically in jail." I never really been one ahead of them, so I always try to find a way to prop myself up. You get me?
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind me asking, the whole shebang with you trying to get extra money out of it, why exactly are you trying so hard? You know, we got
I was just practicing negotiations. When I'm older, I hope to run my father's business, so I thought to practice that. Honestly, I didn't really want to threaten the Baron. I wasn't that interested in the secret anyways. That's why I didn't even mention it, that we just had unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah, I was thinking about asking, tell him, but then he was all like, "See my true form," and then he took off like his helmet, and he was like a tiger man. And I was like, "Oh,
It's a bit funny you showed us that, right? Because now it allows us to say that, hey, we saw the tiger man and spook people like, ooh, he's a tiger, he's gonna eat people and such. But I'm not that kind of person, right? Well, I like to think I'm not that kind of person.
yeah, cannibalism
that-
makes that good."
Not in that regard. I mean, I just don't like causing undue chaos.
I kind of want to tell one of the guards about it, but then people will think I'm insane.
Yeah, or you cause quite a bit of panic and you accidentally get an innocent man killed. if the Baron doesn't do something about anyone that talks about his god. But I assume he'll probably step in.
Oh, I was talking about Poland.
Oh, Poland?
I'm very petty.
If we do that, I fear that then we won't have that much long to live, and this is not something I would. This is not a fight I'd be happy to, let's say, risk my life on.
I mean, we are already in jail. We might just get killed.
If it ever comes to that, I can get out quite easily. I'm not sure about you though.
Nah, I can't.
How unfortunate, how unfortunate. But, yeah. I'm not sure what to do in the meantime other than just linger here. As I said, I'd never been arrested before, and definitely, if my parents ever found out, they'd probably be really angry at me. I'm not sure if they'd disown me for that sort of angry, but definitely very upset. Because appearance is everything in noble society.
Oh, you're a noble? You should have brought that up.
I'd like to not keep that fact open, to be honest. If I did,
you gotta swing that weight around.
first off, I'm in a foreign land. They won't accept my family's or any authority outside because I'm not.
Yeah, but you would have gotten better treatment than getting like rancid bread, rancid water.
And secondly, if I go around to everyone saying I'm a noble, that just puts a target on my back.
I guess.
I mean, noble's ransom is worth a lot.
But like,
So,
I understand, but I can't really. You can't really sway that as a threat constantly, right? That just makes more targets that hit you on your back.
Oh, it's not really a threat. It's more like, hey, I'll put you in the good graces of my family if you give me some better bread. I might even throw a name around to a merchant or two, something like that.
I don't think they would be that persuaded.
Maybe.
They're just guards, after all.
So, as the night draws in, and the night draws on, Dorian, those letters the Baron gave you, are you going to look at them, or are you just forgotten about them?
Wait, was the letter more than what you just sent me?
No. The, when you're back at the Baron, he wrote out to...
those!
Mm.
Oh, yes. I mean, are they, like, sealed up with, like, a crest and
They
shit?
are sealed up with a crest. There is
Well,
the letters LOM on the back of the letters, where an addressee would be.
Huh.
You can make me a history check to see if you know what that would mean.
Fuck yeah. Let's see. History check. Hell yeah.
You think it means lots of money, but you're not quite sure.
Huh. LMD means a lot of money.
LOM.
LOM. Huh. Well, he seems like a pretty cool dude. He handed me these letters, sealed them up, didn't say anything. Not really privy to opening it, I'll keep them sealed. I mean, I could player me probably knows what these are for, but there's two of them, and two of our friends got taken away, so perhaps they're used to sway some weight around to release the folks. I don't know. Who knows? Dorian probably thinks they're like for a similar reason, but not to that extent. So he'll just did I get both the letters or did Zero get one?
You got both.
Ah.
So, meanwhile,
Well, time for this awkward moment.
Whilst you're pondering those letters, Zero. Zero?
Yes.
Earth to Zero. Have your
Um,
firmware update been completed?
So, as you're sat there at the table, blushing bright red and like almost got your head in your hands, you see Astrid come over. Now, Astrid is the barkeep, the tavern owner of the Creaky Keg. She's a very stoutly dwarf lady with sort of really dark auburn hair, and she goes, "Are you okay, my dear? You're looking a little bit flustered."
I think I'm okay. I don't know. This is all new. I don't.
Oh, it's your first time, is it, dear?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, don't worry. It's not as scary as a lot of people make it out. You just be sure that he goes gentle, okay?
I almost spit out my fucking water. God damn it.
And if he breaks your heart, you come tell Auntie Astrid. Auntie Astrid will rip his fucking heart out, shove it down his throat, and pull it back out his chest.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh gosh.
Right. Would you happen to know where, like, a library is? I wish
library,
to
dear?
visit it tomorrow. Yes.
There's no library here in Foragon, my darling. We're only a humble little village. There's a couple of weird folks in the markets that sell kind of bookish type things, but nothing of a library scale.
Okay. I will visit the market tomorrow then, as soon as I figure out Dorian.
What do you have any questions for Auntie Astrid, darling?
More or lessly, why was he talking that weirdly? The conversation seemed to go smooth, at least somewhat smoothly, before that person handed him a thing.
Oh, Baylor, yes, he was just delivering a message from me, my darling. That's all. You know, I thought I would give things a helping hand, moving them along.
Oh?
I could see that you two had a natural thing for one another.
Zero kind of like pauses oddly, as like they're kind of holding up a finger, going like,
Oh, no, dear. You don't need to say a word. You just save your energy, okay? And remember, you make sure he goes gentle. Now go on. Go and get some rest. I'll make sure
Dad.
you're not disturbed.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Huh. and they get up from the table and kind of scurry off into their room rather quickly.
Before you get to your room, Dorian will like accidentally run into you in the hallway.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dorian,
hey, again. I realized I
Hi.
forgot to give you one of these. And
Oh.
he'll hand you one of the letters. I think we were supposed to both get one. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, did you enjoy the food?
I did. I did quite a bit. The barkeep is very interesting.
Oh, yeah, she is. She's a little forward about things. Dwarven women tend to be like that, so my dad says.
He's very forward.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah. Well, I won't hold you up too long then. We should probably both get our sleep.
Yes. Yes, we should. Especially if things are happening tomorrow. Yes. Good night, Dorian. And they quickly go into the room and and slam the door behind them.
Oh, good night. Did I say something wrong? And he'll walk back to the room, his room.
So as you slam the door shut, Zero, and you sort of take that sigh of, what have I got myself into? You look over at the tiny little wooden vanity desk that's in your room, and you see there's a small bunch of roses and a single white rose inside a vase, next to which is a note.
Oh boy. Zero takes like a deep, heavy sigh before kind of adjusting their cloak before approaching the vase of roses and the letter. I don't like that chuckle.
What? You'll have to forgive me because you've got to bear in mind I'm doing this with a mouse.
They can't get any weirder.
Okay. That is what the note says.
Thank you, D.
Or is it a different letter?
P.
Did not learn cursive very well.
Wait, hey,
Oh,
have you
it's
seen
a
Russian
D.
cursive?
No.
It's horrifying.
So it could be a P or it could be a D.
Zero kind of smiles softly a bit before putting the letter within their cloak and actually taking off their cloak and setting it off to the side. It's a beautiful bouquet. Kind of concerned on who brought it in here. If this is a secured room, but lovely. White roses are actually quite hard to get. Wait. No. Too much overthinking. I don't think it would be him. I would assume the Baron's son, but pretty. And with that, Zero's gonna make sure the roses have like a fresh set of water before kind of resting in bed.
Okay. I need each of you, please. as you settle down for the night in your respective places, to make me a fate roll.
D100?
Yes, please.
25.
Great start, Lucia.
81.
I am known for performing.
That's what she said.
Did it roll or no? I can't tell.
No, you gotta throw it into the chat box.
Oh.
There it goes.
Oh boy.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Perhaps I offset the average with my crazy roll.
Who said anything about it being averages for this roll?
Oh fuck.
Who's saying I'm not taking group lowest or group highest?
No.
Or do I just make you wait until next week?
Up to you.
Either or would be kind of humorous.
So, we'll
I mean,
start
we've only
with
been
you,
doing
Dorian.
for 2 hours.
We'll start with you, Dorian. And actually, I was here at 9 o'clock, ready to start. People didn't get in here until 10 past.
Wait, really? I was ready. I just didn't see anyone join. And then I just took the extra hour to sleep in.
Tisk tisk.
So,
Well, because it says the game is at 8 o'clock for me, my time. I think it's something weird with
daylight savings
The
has gone
clock.
weird.
yeah.
Which is why I did put a message in the Discord the other day as well, to say, can you double check the times on Start Playing and double check the times for time
Yeah.
zones. Anyway,
So on the
that's-
Discord it says 6 for me, but then on Start Play it says 8.
Yeah, it will do because we've dropped daylight savings.
Yeah.
Which is why I put the message out. Anyway, we'll go top to bottom here. So, Dorian, you are feeling rather elated. You're in a very good mood. Excuse me. You have had a very pleasant evening. And you have a very restful night's sleep.
Yippee!
But this is where the party's blessings end.
Hong Shua, Hong Shua.
Celine and Lucia.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Did I put this down? Did I actually write this down in?
Real quick question.
Is there like a button I press for like long rest or some shit?
There is, but we don't press it unless you're doing an extended long rest, which at the moment you have not done.
Gotcha.
I am looking for something specific.
Specifico.
So, who was I speaking to? Celine and Lucia.
Hello.
Hello.
You see sorry, I'm just double checking something. Oh yeah, I remember now. Right, yes. So you are approached by a figure And for some reason these notes haven't updated themselves. Give me 2 seconds. I need to find something because this is imperative that I get this right.
Oh fuck, he's pulling out the fucking scroll.
Oh boy. Well, it was nice knowing you two.
That it was.
Time to roll up new characters.
Yes. So, you two in the prison cell see a shadow in the night. In a cell opposite you. You can see this creature walks on 4 legs. And its tail seems to almost slither as it walks. My. What wonderful specimens you both are. Talented. Bit untrained for my liking currently, but talented nonetheless.
Are we awake?
You are awake.
We are.
Okay. I look over at them and I respond. Oh, hi there.
Good evening.
I guess it is the evening, I suppose.
As he moves a bit closer, the dim torchlight more fully revealing the figure, and you can see you're talking to something with a face akin to that of... God, get this the right way around. I want to say eagle. Yes, eagle. What would have landed 2 poor, innocent people in cells such as these?
We got on Noble's bad side, so like the Noble wanted us to be incarcerated.
The noble
His choice, not
Lord,
ours.
the noble Lord Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know his son fairly well. Poor mite.
Oh. You're a friend of his? That's cool.
I wouldn't say friend. I know of his condition, and I know of the fate that awaits him. And just like I have a feeling, I know the fate that awaits both of you.
I imagine that we're gonna be, you know.
Well, carry on going the way you're going, and you'll be in here for a very long time. I need you to be two good little puppets.
In what regard?
I need you to behave yourselves and not get yourselves into trouble. Build yourselves a reputation worthy of being destroyed before you give yourselves a reputation that is expectant. Because the more someone expects something of you, the more predictable you become, and well, I like my puppets to be obedient.
Oh, are you a friend of the merchant guy?
I am not
I think they
friends
are.
with any mere merchant. Oh, and one more thing. Please, don't get yourself killed until I'm ready to. As this
That's
griffin
vague.
disappear.
That was very creepy.
Very esoteric, as they say.
Finally, and last by absolutely no means least, 0.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy.
As you sleep through the night fairly well. However, you feel your spirit kind of pulled away from your body. Not in a you're dead kind of way, but more in a spiritual travelling kind of way. And you look around and you see red stone rocks floating in the air seamlessly as if feathers on the wind. You see an almost barren landscape with a really harsh sun. And off to the distance, you can see a small speck of shadow. Can you make me a religion check, please?
I'm not that religious. Pretty sure.
Oh.
It's still an 11, which is more than enough. At some point through your life, through studies, you would have learnt about the various realms. One of which would be the astral realm. The astral realm is the plane of dreams. It's essentially a dreamscape. And what you are currently walking through is its mundane manifestation. And as I say, in the distance there is this tiny shadowy speck that to your knowledge should not exist when the astral plane takes this form.
Can 0 start approaching the speck?
You can start approaching it, yes.
Bless you.
Right here.
As you head towards it, you notice the shadows growing ever so slightly. And just before you're able to reach it, we're going to end the session there.
Come on!
So guys, gals, non-binary pals, I thank everybody who has been watching the show tonight. I thank my players for their impeccable performances. I'm sure Sebastian will be delighted to hear your escapades this week. And for
I did
everyone-
nothing wrong. I am innocent.
And for everyone at home, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow night when the party are doing